Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Youth Impact Parliament Talk Show Season 2, Episode 4. My name is Matilda Akosha Dosia. On today's exciting episode, we are going to discuss one of the most controversial topics currently happening in Ghana today. And before we introduce our topic, I have three amazing gentlemen in the studio that are going to help you and I understand why this bill has been passed and what it means for us as Ghanaians. Are we upholding values or we are adapting to Western culture lifestyle? After this quick musical break, when we return, discussion kicks in.
Mr. Speaker, we will take item 41.
Speaker.
Very well. Item 41. Motion.
Speaker, I rise to move that notwithstanding the provision of Order 172 Rule 1 of the Standing Orders, which requires that when a bill has passed through the consideration stage, the third reading thereof shall not be taken until at least one sitting day has elapsed. The motion for the third reading of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025 may be moved today. Mr. Speaker, I so moved.
Honourable members, motion ably moved. Any seconder?
I rise to second the motion.
Honourable members, motion moved and seconded. It is for the consideration of the House. This being a procedural motion, I'll put a question. As many as are in favour say aye. Aye. Those against say no. Honourable members, definitely the ayes have it. The motion is carried. Now, consequential motion number 42.
Speaker, I rise to move that the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025 be now read the third time. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Honourable members, motion for the third reading ably moved. Any seconder?
I rise to second the motion.
Honourable members, motion moved and seconded. It is for the consideration of the House. I will then put a question. As many as are in favour of the motion say aye. Aye. Those against say no. Honourable members, the ayes have it. The motion for the third reading is accordingly adopted.
An act to provide for human sexual rights and family values and related matters.
Honourable members, the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025 is duly read for the third time and passed.
Okay, welcome back from that quick musical break. Like I said, we are going to introduce our topic for today's discussion. The LGBTQ bill has been passed. Ghanaians are excited. Others, on the other hand, are not so excited about what is happening currently in Ghana. Today, there's going to be a little mix. We are going to do it typically and mostly in our local dialect. Egba mi call me a friend Nyagoglo mi apununcho LGBTQ wana ya sikode tume le wiki amevai amagedele Ghana kojijo de do ya nkaka amadu ha o me kojijo alekta egba de ka pe o me tonde le nya dome o le nya gbo le studio abi nya discuss nya jojo ya. We have Mr. Sifas Koblas Salawo, the Tano South Youth MP, and also the Vice External Chair for External Affairs. We also have Robert Shawonu, the Karachi East Youth MP and Deputy Minority Leader. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Shawonu, I love the white. What's the special occasion for today?
Oh yes, thank you so much for the opportunity. Yes, I am actually happy that this bill has been passed again, and we are waiting.
Again,
Yes.
it has been in the system for 5 years and it has finally been passed.
Oh yes. So I am happy for that, and we are
Sure.
waiting. Yes. So that is why I'm in my white. and here too.
Panellists. Mr. Salahu, if I get the name correct, how are you doing? You are doing extremely well. How excited are you about this bill?
Okay, I was expecting you to also talk about my outfit.
You are looking good, by the way.
Yes,
The
yes.
African prince is giving elegance. You
Yes.
are upholding African Ghanaian culture.
Yes, please.
Thank you, by the way.
Then our African culture doesn't guarantee
Mm,
or doesn't give room for this type of activity, the LGBTQ class. So
okay.
today, apparently from now to the time the president has said this, we will still be celebrating it because it was passed initially, but it wasn't passed by the. It was passed by the president didn't sign it. So now
Okay.
we are looking forward for the
For him
president
to sign.
it since it was one of his main campaign message. We look forward for that.
That is just by the way. So our first issue on board, we've heard the controversies surrounding this LGBTQ, where most of our people are solely against it, and other hand, majority of these people are also jubilating that finally this bill has been passed because it has been in the system for 5 good years now, and they're like we've been seeing the up and downs regarding this particular bill. In just 72 hours, we've heard that this bill has been passed. It's left for the president to what sign it, and it officially becomes a law in Ghana. Now, looking at the penalties regarding this particular bill, if you are caught in this category, you are likely to spend like the minimum is 3 years in jail. Others are saying 3 years per meaning it's not enough. Others are saying this like the 3 years is more than enough for you to reflect on the type of gender you are supposed to be. And legally in Ghana, we have two genders, the female and the male. So, what is your thoughts on this penalty regarding this particular bill?
Okay, thank you very much. Let me use this opportunity also to thank your terrorist listeners for them dedicating this time to listen to Stool CTF. I really recommend them. To kickstart, in society we are made of diverse people, and then it's not everything, or it's not everybody that will like something. Some people will like it, some people will dislike, regardless of how good the thing is.
Exactly.
So pertaining to this, it is normal for some people to like and then some people to dislike. Looking at the punishment for engaging in this activity we are talking about, you can also not be you can also not be part of this LGBTQ class, but in one way or the other, you can find your way to pertaining to people who advocate for LGBTQ, people who be paid to, promote it and all those things. And all these things come with their various punishments. So once you get into this act, know that there's a punishment for you, whether you act or behave like them or not, you will still be punished. So pertaining the punishment from some sources to it starts from 3 months and then not more than 10 years in some cases. So I think this is a fair punishment given due to the time given for it to be examined and then go through the due processes. I think the punishment is very moderate, and then always moderate. It doesn't encourage people to go against it. Thank you.
Well, that was quite a starter for today's discussion. Mr. Shawanu, I can see you are very reserved on Wednesday because you have a lot to say regarding this particular topic. I realize how exciting Ghanaians were over the weekend. And from what he said, he was like, it is fair, the 3 years is more than enough, or it is fair for you to serve your term. What do you have to say regarding to that?
Yes, thank you very much. Sedi akpe gbogbo nkonye nye Robert Fionu abale ebleva yen. I'm very happy. Ejijon. Maybe not correct. I want to correct something. I think the bill has been passed in 2025, but
It
was
was
not assented to because of the bill finding itself in the court by Richard Sky. So
by Margaret McWillow, left for 2021 Bella. we had issues regarding this particular bill, but okay, that the parliament, but no punchunu. The bill ya no parliament about for atoya. I care, for previous government, and then you look at my American I'm trying to be biased in this situation.
Yes.
Why she from first where do you are we are do you my we are? Yeah, government have this is one crucial bill, like crucial thing happening in our country. And yeah, but Ghana now we don't our moral values don't uphold this particular thing. So is it that it has been in the system for 5 years or it has been in the system for 2 or 1.5 years now?
Yeah, thank you very much, Sedi. Ele system amefia edit
Mm,
abale blame. And even nemia akomia rupia imeba.
mm,
Even in 2011, we heard of something of this sort. During even Kufuor was commenting on this thing in 2021, and even during he said former let me say those previous presidents,
mm,
even President Atamels, they also have comment on this issue. So it has been something that have been in the system for long now.
mm,
Eya magbolo ha be bilia mi sebe oda si bill ate le parliament
mhm,
va yi pogake bila olebene yi which President Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, the former president, was the one on power then before oda si bill ate. Gake olebe president ane assent aloye hana assign
the village,
the
yeah.
lele bill aja. Ta akpɔbe eya mete va wi o. Ta wobe individual aɖewo yɔna be Richard Skya, eya eva kɔ bill kɔ yi court be he is having issues with regards to the bill, and that has made the bill not to be assented to. So now that we are in a new era, the new the NDC party have had it.
Yeah.
Oga Bublova reintroduce bill because right now when no call bill cover alo kɔ nane kɔ va Ghana be miawoa ele be dodo nua yi dzi miakpɔ nua be o enyoa alo menyoa aƒe ne mia a give into it, because menye miaƒe leaders wo ɖeɖe ko le country mo ame geɖewo le country and we need these people's view on the bill even before we can be able to assent or gazette or whatever we'll do with it. Ta enye evivi nam be the bill has been in the system for so long so that we can have a lot of views, gather a lot of information with regards to the bill. Ta enya bill ya o pass on the 29th just everything because a lot of work has been done with regards to the bill. And see, tell them egbere milenya gbogbo blogger. And you like this I'm prepared. Mele enyaro blogger. Everything nam gake amrola they are still putting out some brouhaha with regards to the passing of the bill. Ta amomo ala be nya danu menu.
Kafalo. Me like we'll dive deeper into this particular issue. Is everybody not entitled to express who they want to be, who they want to love, what they want to be? Is that not self-expression? Kene Amedo, I feel like moral values they don't concern with what is happening currently and the current trend, because the norms at which this I'm a lesbian, I'm gay, I'm queer, I'm this is becoming and becoming is too much. Ameda and Nainga, looking at how these things are going, many governments we have to pass this bill by the end of the day. Wow.
Yeah. Then you maybe no maga gulu nyane lafuma. Apene nye brother never. Akpori Biblia kwa ha glebe. O demo na nusi anu ba megbeto na wo. So menye nusi anu enyo na mi be mi aje wo. Biblia na minya. You see, we are in a free world, but the world is not actually free.
Exactly.
Because we have rules and regulations governing our behavior. Apa, Mawu Womi giving us free choice, giving us the opportunity to make whatever decision we want to make. Dakedi.
Yeah.
We have rules and regulations, we have laws, we have society norms
we have taboos. Okay, that any only la me fia be ne amere chobe enyenu ya me feel be ma wo, and because of human rights that matancho kwawe, that of human right, there is a responsibility with regards to that human right you are talking about. If you are not ready to perform the responsibility, you are not faithful enough to also enjoy the right. So the millennium is saying
it's like you are getting deep. This is going to be a broad discussion.
Yeah.
You are going deeper and deeper and deeper into things that we don't want to unveil because our time is very limited. SMA.
Hey.
Let's talk, let's talk to the because like I woke up, that was 29th, and I went to check my news feed. Oh, finally this bill has been passed. And the comments under this bill, majority of Ghanaians online were showing happiness, but other people were like, "Nah, this bill is not supposed to be passed," and others said, we have to use the whole entire day. Again, it's like you are going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and like someone. Èmi àwọn fi àdẹ́gbọ̀n kàkà rẹ̀ kúkú náà lẹ́nu ọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀ náà mi Mr. Salawa.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Utro Kopakula Eju. Abraham Benebi at Crude and Nikika, my mother Travel Pakula Ju. A Uber and a choice, Jau, Kakawika, Nimanka, Gobia like through the Hikamo Pak with a Manubamyawu, Alunya engage Agbonoya Wika, another Mopo Jikunava or Gobea from you. And you bear any Kadia Vako. The boy signing a now.
Kama bia miro miato biokle mia mama na so ma bia se ben ka kunkuku kwenya onye glomi legba hanta meku miatande LGBTQ agomena mia mama okle miato biokle la fam yemesemo Mr. Fia ono we nya fagba dodo mi da
akpe gbogbo be ena mon popo ya ta LGBTQ+ nya ablumula enya kuire kuye ake unto nya English nya ko na be mi no ko gangan to nanu ko na be mi afa jila ople ko no va sanu ko mo va gomo sanu ta enu agomo ko nye be obe wa da si agbalete be ntu ple ntu a wa de onwe nyonu ple nyonu ha wa de onwe ntu a ata de ta plus a q plus a nye be ntu a ata tu agbebe egbon ya la sinya ma de gbon enyi ya la sinya ma di ta enu agome ko yin ma ta enu ya wo me amuru le yo di be wana be mio ya le Ghana because we are so proud of our culture, we are so proud of our custom. Odi be mio ha nya wonu ma ta amuru le mia nko se ma enu agome ko yin ma obe ntu ple ntu aro nyonu ple nyonu ado nye emi ayi jivu ha nenye enlawo ha mi atenwa ado enya agome ma
akpe na o ha Mr. Shaunu ka me kukuru mabia Ngadafi Boya in particular in question has generated a lot of public discourse. Why has this bill in general generated a lot of public debate and discourse in Ghana?
Okay, as external affairs committee vice chairperson, Yapamutu Udifiaba, 2001, because any bill or passy bantoto, brilliant, when you're anti-union, anti-Afiaba against, because a journal, Netherlands, like you to come over, that's the debate into to her mama, we were to Kobu ha, Uber Yopolo, even the Ghana at Tamas, late at Tamas, were governed a British High Commissioner, Suta Stella, Abu, Yonu Pokemon to Contier, the board that she had ballet at the way in another Ronona, I did to come away. Labor and Nanduduma, a brother to call a shada, and sell the Shiba, the Shadiko. Now we could to call Afma. and you might teach them to do Granuba what the home at the do and then you have any hour. You guys dig up rubber. No, what better you intimate your year to go. When you walk blood to my USC or cool any development ko cover job monoko development avadi amoto wonu I enjoy development ye me offer any the konu am da sira agbono no ya ojo down of my no no po Africa go do because the country da sira di Kenya ni ato South Africa to the kobu bo da sira di o ye o punishment ado crampo global no no rubenya ko bonala anyone I am a call, Jabo, or do Fagbeda, the Kodubu, even or do Dala Joma, Captain Mokata. Nika, Manyaba Ghana, the Kaku, Jolo, the Kobu Maka, and I know you could buy the alarm record, young Brita Kusua, or Yoki.
Akpenamiru, this has been one of the controversial issues in Ghana lately, and a lot of people are discussing penalties. Funny enough, how this was a major topic my sister and I had to debate on. It was like transgenders. Ladies want to become men want to become ladies. Their penalty shouldn't be just going to lock them up somewhere. It's going to involve the the Ghanaian government to still feed you. Ghana has a vast land of fertile soil somewhere, staying there without anything. These people should be made to cultivate on that land. Amira, I have one now at Dagbele, then you graduate trouble as one at Dagbele for the country. Them no fella me va se kako. No fella me va se kakwa. Ne gbanya be yezunchu. Me have one lock with the prison comment and of man no nundu and of man no chile. Ne government abe oh nyame do la pa have ma don't do now awu. That mikpo penalty bill obena wo here o legal, and according to the bill it seeks to protect family values. What are some of our family values and most of our Ghanaian culture, like our Ghanaian culture and norms frowned on, and things we accept as Ghanaian people?
Thank you very much, Sedi. Like Ghana do comedy. Not only me wanna. Abe amefe brother adono via nyonua. Like also the same family. Enuma ona inkura mi wona. It is an abomination. It is a taboo. Yikeli mi wona. Say to the extent ibe fifi anya megbeto amia fe conscience megaba do omuta. Ibe hema kura ha.
Ameda just the conscience agomedi.
Efe mia fe jitinya o. Omega break lemna mi uta. Liva webe o. Hema kura mi be menyola gake miana nyonu kple nyonu. Po apobe hema ega yi amewu. Because let me lobe enye ya ye novi nye nyonu ya. Ne me wona ne kple ya. It's a taboo, it's an abomination. Wonu tuge kple in the society man. Be me wonu ma. And there are a lot of rituals that they have to do to me because I did that. Kafa wava konunye. Ekle to okra ne enu mo mejoa. Punishment aroli couple to okra o vana femenam. Agya. Nano la krahala. We prohibit, we don't like them, we don't want to hear it in our society. Then said it, then how more? Human being marrying goat. Human being marrying a tree. Kona sel enyala said it. And one may vivimo. Kake punishment nya and a blamid me maglonya. And your punishment here can make a bila. Punishment here all night. Bejem. You might
like kuheka Ghana told you from them be out. This is enya gaonye. Nkponye na wava me ibo vie ne alo Ghana vi be ya wo hema ke wo be o lewe na mamlo me efeto na go ne megbe de egbe me mamlo mola e gaire hu me de fe gwa da shile nu ne egbe kagbona wo ge.
Said I'm over and on a prison for 15 years, 20 years, no dova. They will still involve themselves in that. Then look at our Blombe. These abominable things. nkpenu ya amena wia wa global lama de hot me kponu aro be 3 months 6 months ro ha inye 3 years a pleto nkpena si akwia tari enyere medibe punishment a abale honorable koblagble punishment a amukra no po awawu po elebe no po no awu because enu ya manyu melebe wase
Afoto, Mr. From Enyamagbo Minela, Mille National Radio G.
Debe jukudo makpa.
Like Ngogbe Yimakpa. No kwame no vuamenya ya. Awo. The violet toji awe chichole toji. Enyabe. Awo mere kuku. Mere kuku nya lebe de mya fon popo le emoji. Kama kumambia egbonya de cho wulele onu. Enyama medolia. Ojiwa monchu. O na nchu ka kope no no mela benyonwa. Amedo ha na kpo non view nya ka kope no no ma benchu mefia be kokoko they are engaging like they are part of the LGBTQ family o. Minya. Kene assumption ma va me kwa mama do me to le monji ko me la chi de jabele ke egbe fifi like fofofo. Is that not a crime? Are we not inciting another criminal case for ourselves as Ghanaians again?
Ta enyare mebe magbo. Take correct mo be amawu nya. I take guidance from you.
Thank you.
As a word ma. Gakeri. Ghana kra edomia wumia moji wa dagle kwito na. Enya mesema. Ta amumo alebe wa detain no for years or even for life. Wa dagle let me fine. Akwa. In law amo law of already. We have classified offenses in law. We have first degree felony, we have second degree, and we have misdemeanor and all this.
My time breakdown because now my name is a first degree. Me feel we have certificate na my time breakdown first degree felony, second degree felony play Shishanamia.
Hema lokole bubi ma o illustration ale. Abe ewuama. Punishment ya one now. Efebe anu ya na wa enye first degree felony. Ta punishment ya one now. Enye be anno prison. Ayi prison.
Amo alo awo.
Ayi mo. Alo even life imprisonment and even they can sentence you to death. Enye first degree efebe wonu wa
eba chuma.
Ayi yama. Ta second degree ha abe ame edefu ame wonanu na iha ega vanigba vie pakple efe punishment ya one now kafe misdemeanor nyebe ame fifi ame play ha fe punishment ya one now
Egabe efififi de ha elite na to amawuwa
element
ta leke me classify amema
ta wo situation akpogeri wa kpo situation na wa grade situation na nwi akpobo enu ya na wori do ba apasa kuna ha alo ameba apasa kuna wo alo ni ya kuna gbre ya ga it leads to this thing that all of you consider ga, which is something in law we call consideration wa consider no mo fit take afa one now the kind of punishment o lebe one now ta le bilama the faro kwa over now a misdemeanor punishment to such people who will be found engaging in this act. Enyela meje nwunyo. Aba amu radio station ya wa akpo one of art ya promoting pleto wa.
Ewo kube miafe Ghana musician don't have oje act ya promote le miafe devi miafe kindergarten school ya odune and amedo wa sister Debbie the African mermaid. But I sure but ever no one I trigger me after MP at the minister the kaya over aho. Bill ya hambe me apart because ever not promoting the divisio dome. And these children learn fast. Funny enough how these kids like these upcoming ones learn faster than we that we are already in the system. And it's so alarming. And it's so alarming to the extent that it will shock you whatever the student learns from school. Me de ya gbova from ye gboni be awo. Me ya leke na agbona be teacher be. Agbona be teacher be ki te heki le correct ki le gbegblende. No more of us. So maybe where never teacher will have the power, but if this same government is sitting behind that, I probably have influencers, and most of us look up to influencers more than anybody in this country. Yeah, youth, we feel like whatever the influencers is fine now. Whatever the government is saying, most of us will decide to listen. Yeah, me robi ako onya si alurima si okake enya kamia fe influencers ya ogbulo na mia. That is fine now. Yeah, influencers and they've started initiating this in our schools, especially not even in the second cycle or primary and kindergarten, knowing fully well that these kids adapt to whatever is being taught in school. When you are found like I mean the penalties is not even covering that particular aspect for me. It is bothering me and it's not covering that particular aspect for me. You as our panelist sitting here today, what do you think should be the key punishment for people like that?
Okay, from your initial question when you said some people have been born and then they are phenotypic signs, they show signs of a man will show signs of a woman and then a woman will show signs of a man. So one thing is that when you see these people on the streets or in public, the law that is currently being passed states that you are not to
Assume.
just pounce on them and then start punishing them, maybe assaulting them. You shouldn't take the law into our own hands. We should report them. You should report them to the needed authorities, the appropriate authorities like the police or probably the police, so that they will carry on from the investigation. Will show that okay, this person
is biologically the
yes,
exactly.
but he's not what he or she is not into the LGBTQ plus. So and then the punishment, you said sorry, can I get you again for the question?
I mean, influencers that are caught promoting this LGBTQ in our lower primary classes and kindergarten, I feel like the punishment relating to this LGBTQ doesn't necessarily cover that side for me. Like, it's like they are not found wanting. So, in your opinion, what should be the key punishment for people that are found, especially influencers in quotes, that promote this activity in our primary schools?
Okay, yes. So when you read the bill, there's an article on advocacy. So these are people advocating for this LGBTQ. And then we have our information and communication ministry that can track down these contents and then bring them down or clear them from our airspaces. So the information ministry can, and then the communication ministry can just go online or deploy a system that will promote, that will monitor and then bring down any content that will promote LGBTQ in the country. Thank you.
Akpe bemega pomonu pokpo ya. Akpo enyama said in a blah element. The Bible says, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Even the righteous. Akpo be miafe jocho fo unye devi me jocho. That is the foundation. That's our foundation. The keys, our keys at home, they are our foundation. Even when you look at society, the family, the nuclear family becomes the basic building block of our country, of our society. So
why do you say so?
I'm saying so because that is where we will now expand into community, because the family, mother and father coming together, we have kids grow over the soil. So that has become the foundation of the nation. Our homes. Our homes. That is our foundation. The foundation, we that we are not even already, I will say we are not, because the Bible let us know that human beings are not righteous. If the Bible, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Even the righteous cannot do anything. Then how more we that are not we are now trying to be righteous. Ta akpobe nenema obinwa wonwama the foundation. Ta akpobe ne deviachi from basic school. Kafa na vado GSS ava zu master. Ta akpobe never do fumako enyagble. Oma gate omolele ne devia befia eva zu star. Ta fima kra olebe we should cripple this whole thing from. Our foundation is we shouldn't joke with it. Those influencers doing those things in our institutions, in our society, those media personnel, those if they are found, I think their punishment to be something that it will not only settle the issue amicably, it should deter. The punishment should make sure that people will not even go near it at all. Yes, and that is what the first degree felony punishment does. It deters people from going here. You know, under law we have classifications of law. Under the public law, I probably have criminal law and civil law.
Okay.
That civil, misunderstanding is there, but they will settle it amicably using ADR and all that. That can never criminal law. The punishment is to make sure that after you pass through it, you will not go near it again. Exactly. And these are the punishment we have to give to those trying to destroy our foundation, trying to destroy the fabric of our society, of our country. We shouldn't play any gimmicks this thing with them at all. We should deal with them. Ta enu yare enu nyo be o pass bill ya ye me gbedom da be ye me nya ha assurance la si ye be ya fe president na da si agbale ya te.
Mabiami enya the California Union commercial break. Ne over job president has signed that shida gbale ajia. Implications ka o wa na mi aboduko ene. Implications ka do chume. Ne president has signed. Because we are all looking at the positive aspect, not the negative aspect of now. The law of job, it is now an official law in Ghana. What are some of the implications Ghana is likely to face during this time?
Thank you, Akbe. Mawe kone honorable Koblahana court of Okberem. Implication na onye very ogbogbombe nemi wo enu ya ukokom na mebe ni awo. Amaro yo yombe nkanuka Cameroon. Nimenya be Cameroon. Wavo macho Cameroon ha. Ake ko va ya va resource Accra Resource Center la uva nya womi. Ta akpobe enu ya wa mehia kurabe nemia a play with o. Mere ko nya mesem na mbi. Mehia kurabe nemia a play with o. Ta ameyo wole numa na mi be mi awa. Me, I've been asking myself a lot of questions. Said it. Ameya onto akpo country yaure. They help us in terms of aid. Open in terms of giving aid and those things. Because these LGBTQ plus countries, in fact, a galosi Probably Ghana ha nyonto mi afa mata wi arowa na be mi fupem do be mawu
and all like Ghana shine Ghana jagba resource we can be the most or best country in Africa.
Be magbo mawira mi ale gbegbe gakere nyonto mi afa agbenono arowo re leadership corruption nyere kama dunya ya re ye ko na be enu yo lebe mi awo ayingwa mile etefe kpomu ta aid one of the implications is that they will not give us aid, they will not give us support. That is one thing. That's why they are also raising their shoulder because me ya castle go people to me IMF and some of those countries in support of this program most of them practice this kind of things and we always seek support from them. That is the reason. That is one key implication it will have on us. But what we have to do is to make sure we program ourselves well. See, we are a sovereign country, and according to the UN laws, no other country can impose on you what you should do. Honorable Kobla Glivai, it is in the UN law. But no country can come because we are so immune to those things.
But looking at the structure of our government, and it's like other countries are imposing on us what we should do because we grant them for loans and understand.
Yo, me copy and to me as well. And so me copy. Me do open move ala bebe. Ta he aha, ojibe still me agawe.
Akpena Mr. Sean, me home Honorable Salawu for Yajojo de Enyazi.
Abalika Honorable Robert Jagomina. Ogwe fona papadam ki. School ya ikadama nyaji ula ikaiba umaga funo no maitata ya wo. Owi to school ya gada. Eki adunu mami na nyofo anyi kofu malu nyofo juma ha. Owi pere nyake kiki eki ya uni. Ani nobody wonyi ala ime mo odo tojo. We are about conflict of interest. Egaba agada nana po any about opportunity when I did to come mobile ave with doha aku the other ha egambling chunchiwima global valley ko jojon South Africa no to na ya to ho gbogbo like ya matongo when you okwada ha atongo ni wa because
me kuku de enyama ameglina midongo be we gonna move forward to enyama venu kakimi afa major topic na nyame afa LGBTQ nyaya bevelia anye Ghana to South Africa to hon machu alo misunderstanding akajojo do mafia ta me kuku de we afun do he an ne odo gamaje me afun to South Africa to mi de ni ado han go pire
ta ikwima kana mudebe na wana na ebe mo go ni ko kinya ba mo popo ya wikwe na to po chubo babu ni maga waganu benya ba ani dukoma ko loivi na nyanto mi oduma abano visa na ani family member we na ha ejona na nya ani nya duma zikere ta na mi ma ba mi azo da wo ani dudu ya ojio so how to come global working but then you can na the nyanchi about to school na nya to hospital akpere nyanchi kwa kule chicken nya we kan nya la gbe ama no ha gbogbo mo organize ima dirudu atenwo mo ani ipa bus be approve ni na niveau ma dete ko ya we ka ani na zo ju ko akpere nyanchi awa ma tenwo de we he ba si de ka mo chua juta
Now, we are going on a quick musical break. Our lovely listeners can also join the conversation via our WhatsApp, SMS, or even call us on the number 020-312-935. I repeat 020-312-935 or 0240-660-208. 0240-660-208. Do enjoy this music. We'll be right back.
Mr. Speaker, Clause 18, amendment proposed. Interpretation for family values. Paragraph A, line 3. Delete gender and insert sex. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
All members, the proposed amendment is for the consideration of the House. Any further amendment? In the absence of any further amendment, I'll put the question. As many as are in favor, say aye. Those against, say no. The ayes have it. The proposed amendment to Clause 18 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Yes, Chairman of the Committee, amendment numbered XCIV, Clause 18.
Again, Mr. Speaker, Clause 18, amendment proposed. Interpretation for marriage. Delete and insert the following. Marriage means a union between a man and a woman under the Marriages Act 1884 to 1985, Cap 127, whose sexes are determined at birth. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I'll put a question. As many as are in favor, say aye. Those against, say no. The ayes have it. The proposed amendment is ordered to stand part of the bill. Now, amendment number XCV.
Mr. Speaker, clause 18, amendment proposed, interpretation for non-binary, line 2, after female, add except intersex. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
It is for the consideration of the House. Any further amendment? In the absence of any further amendment, I'll put a question. As many as are in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The proposed amendment by the chairman of the committee is ordered to stand part of the bill. Now, Chairman XCVI.
Mr. Speaker, clause 18, amendment proposed, interpretation for intersex. Delete and insert the following. Intersex means a person born with innate variations in sex characteristics, including chromosomes, hormones, gonads, or anatomy, other than binary definitions of male and female. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, the proposed amendment is for the consideration of the House. Any further amendment? In the absence of any further amendment, I'll put a question. As many as are in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The proposed amendment is ordered to stand part of the bill. XCVII.
Mr. Speaker, again, clause 18, amendment proposed, add the following new definition. Romantic relations means any sexual act other than sexual intercourse. I so move, Mr. Speaker. No, it's
promotion.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker. XCVII, clause 18, amendment proposed, add the following new definition. Promotion means the active encouragement of another person to engage in an act prohibited under this act. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Our members, the proposed amendment by the chairman of the committee is for the consideration of the House. Any further amendment? In the absence of any further amendment, I will put a question. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The proposed amendment by the chairman of the committee is ordered to stand part of the bill. Now, XCVII.
Mr. Speaker, clause 18, amendment proposed, added the following new definition. Romantic relations mean any sexual act other than sexual intercourse. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any further proposal? In the absence of any further proposal, I will ask the question. As many as are in favor of the proposed amendment standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The proposed amendment by the chairman of the committee is ordered to stand part of the bill. Now, XCIX.
Mr. Speaker, clause 18, amendment proposed, interpretation for plus, line 2, after LGBTQAP plus, add, but contrary to the binary categories of male and female determined at birth. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, it is for your consideration. Any further amendment? In the absence of any further amendment, I'll put a question to Chairman's amendment. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The proposed amendment is ordered to stand part of the bill. Now, I'll put a question on entire clause 18 as variously amended. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 18 as variously amended is ordered to stand part of the bill. Now, new clause.
Institutions engage in provision of services and support.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, new clause amendment proposed, add the following new clause. Institutions engage in provision of services and support. Nothing in this act shall prevent or limit the lawful duties or functions of an institution. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, it is for your consideration. I will then put a question. In the absence of any further proposed amendment, those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The proposed amendment is ordered to stand part of the bill. Honourable members, long title. Clause 19.
Consequential amendment.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker,
No proposed amendments. No advertised amendment, yes.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment to clause 19? In the absence of any proposed amendment to clause 19, I will put a question. As many as are in favor of clause 19 standing part of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. The ayes have it. Clause 19 is accordingly ordered to stand part of the bill. Now, the long title.
An act to provide for human sexual rights and family values and related matters.
Honourable members, any proposed amendment to the long title? Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, no advertised amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Any proposed amendment? Honourable members, in the absence of any proposed amendment, I'll put a question to the long title. As many as are in favor, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. Honourable members, the ayes have it. The long title is accordingly ordered to stand part of the bill. Honourable members, this brings us to the end of consideration stage for Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025. Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, we will take item 41.
Speaker.
Very well. Item 41.
Wait.
Motion.
Speaker, I rise to move that notwithstanding the provision of Order 172 Rule 1 of the Standing Orders, which requires that when a bill has passed through the consideration stage, the third reading thereof shall not be taken until at least one sitting day has elapsed. The motion for the third reading of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025 may be moved today. Mr. Speaker, I so moved.
Honourable members, motion ably moved. Any seconder?
I rise to second the motion.
Honourable members, motion moved and seconded. It is for the consideration of the House. This being a procedural motion, I'll put a question. As many as are in favor, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. Honourable members, definitely the ayes have it. The motion is carried. Now, consequential motion number 42.
Speaker, I rise to move that the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025 be now read the third time. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Honourable members, motion for the third reading ably moved. Any seconder?
I rise to second the motion.
Honourable members, motion moved and seconded. It is for the consideration of the House. I will then put a question. As many as are in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. Honourable members, the ayes have it. The motion for the third reading is accordingly adopted.
An act to provide for human sexual rights and family values and related matters.
Honourable members, the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025 is duly read for the third time and passed.
Neighbors. You said they take jobs. I asked the question. 300 Ghanaians went back to Ghana 3 days ago. Show me 300 jobs which were created after those 3 Ghanaians left. Say no. Mahama took 300 people back to Ghana. And as a result, here are 300 jobs that we created. Because what are 7 which jobs are they taking from you? Who wants to do these jobs that these people don't pay for? Because these people who come from outside South Africa, they are the ones who do those jobs during harvesting season in Stellenbosch, where they are not paid anything. And you will never want to do that job because we know our rights. We don't want slaves jobs. We want jobs that have got appointment letter with benefits, with pension funds, a letter that can confirm that you are economically active. Not jobs that are going to exploit South Africans. That's why you will never go back to take those jobs. In Alexander, 1 year, they took away the Zimbabweans and foreigners who were selling apples and tomatoes on the streets. Said, Mabahambe, let them go out. After they chased them away, no South African went to that space to sell tomatoes and apples. Abantu base Alex were saying, hey, you know, we now travel long distance to go and get tomato. Because when you remove them, you must go in and sell tomatoes.
Welcome back from that quick musical break. And we are still on the discussion. Now we are changing our discussion from our LGBTQ to the xenophobic attacks among Ghanaians and South Africans. Yes, over the week we've heard about Ghanaians coming back home, we receiving them with open hands, and South Africans saying Ghanaians are overreacting to the news on what is happening currently. Like we said, you, our cherished listeners, can also join the conversation via our WhatsApp, SMS, or even call us on 0200-312-935, 0240-660-208, or 0200-312-935. Gentlemen, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you guys in the studio. You've seen the news, you've heard the waves, you've heard opinions on Ghanaians and South Africans. What do you think? Because already I think we are receiving our second batch of people soon, and this is concerning issues for we Africans. If it is already happening intra-Africa among Africans, we don't expect it to be news when the white man starts doing it for us. So you, Miss, I'll start with you, Miss Hello. As a youth MP, as a field, you're already a leader. It's not like you're a future leader. You're already a leader. What do you think South Africans could have done better to handle this issue? Because if South African is attacking all other African countries, what is there for us Africans to do again? I want to hear your opinion on that.
Okay, thank you. Apparently we are fighting for a borderless Africa, but not a bullying Africa. Yes, borderless, so that we can go or transact businesses or trades without any hindrance. But what is happening now is the opposite. So does that mean that what we are saying we cannot even implement it? Because when you see that even there are some licenses that are supposed to be renewed in Ghana that these companies are being owned by South Africa, they are currently on hold.
Exactly.
Automatically, it is affecting our trade. And then if we cannot trade in Africa and then generate our own work, that means the future is very, very, very shady, and then it's very, very dangerous for us. And then as a youth MP, it's we that are occupying these positions in the future. So I would say Africans attacking Africans is something that we have to condemn solemnly. Yes, without even compromising any other, let's say, geographical reason or colonialism. Because when it happens, it will stay within us. For example, if should this thing escalate that there should be throwing of bombs or nuclear bombs should enter these nuclear bombs will still be on this land, and then it will be affecting us. It will affect our agriculture, our health and all other things, and then we can go and to other nations seeking aid for help, because they see that these are sister countries fighting. What should I do, or what should I say? Even if they are the ones wanting this fight to happen, they rather promote it. So it would be good that we sit back as Africa, watch our values, and then quench this fire. Thank you.
And that even reminds me of you making a point previous to our first major topic for discussion. South Africa is also a country noted to be strong people with this LGBT communities. South Africans love this so much. Could it be like this whole issue, the xenophobic attack, could it be related to this like LGBT issues? Because when you look at the whole, they are very loud and proud about being a lesbian. Because most of the South Africans I know or I've seen and things I've heard about them, allegedly, most of them are like lesbians. You see them, I don't do ladies. A lady will be like, oh, I do ladies. And could it be in relation to this? That is why Ghana is like, okay, enough is enough. Let's leave.
Okay. I would say this situation is actually premature to jump into conclusion.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are so many things we don't know much. Now that our people are coming, you grant them interview, because most of them even are going through this xenophobic attack way back before this thing has happened. They were going through a lot actually before this LGBTQ also issue came in. So management to or the government to also look into it and then see the necessary correction. But if this should be the case, I don't think it's rather good. Then I think they should come to a consensus. Since we are all under AU, this body should come and then solve this amicably. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fiano. Mika Trobo. Sisi a Epo de Ghana tofle South Africa tofle Gomo Masenya Kaji over the past few weeks. Come on over Biamba, Nyafe LGBTQ nyaya. Doman hi yake jojom le South Africa dok bodan yata Ghana tobe au ever gloomy joa.
Kama ya nyemeke comment la kama ji ugaka enu ya jonyebe enu ya jua menu me I heard it was a demonstration, and the demonstration has transferred to become an attack, which was very bad. And if you look at for benefit in South Africa,
Send the number to the group.
the benefit that South Africa has gained from
Other Africa, not Ghana, other African countries.
Other African countries, including Ghana.
Mm.
Because said it, when we are talking about Africa today, and we are talking about the heroes of Africa,
Ghana and South Africa.
What name comes to mind?
Ghana and South Africa.
Yes, I mean personality. We'll talk about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Nelson Mandela.
Those people. And Dr. Kwame Nkrumah will never be out of the picture. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was the one who fight for most of these African countries to obtain their independence. And Ghana is respected for that. And when you look at this currently in a foreign land, our UN and our AUO, the major people fighting for African liberation and restoration are voices from Ghana. Currently, look at what John Dramani Mahama has done on international.
Honorable Shaun, please. The President of the Republic of Ghana has a title.
Yes, His Excellency
exactly.
John Dramani Mahama. I for the number look for
Cover Agja Agbochidi Master Miss Epsoide Namio. Very important.
The game changer John Dramani Mahama. He always fight for Africa. And Africa, we have to be united. How can we be fighting our own blood brothers?
Okay.
But I don't know though if it has some consequence with regards to the LGBTQ plus something. I can't tell.
Okay, Meno, Honorable Sarah Obiam, the South Africa has been a country that is so proud and loud about its LGBTQ. They don't hide it. They are very loud, even to the extent of most of their movies. If you watch them, they initiate these activities inside. And here is Ghana, on the other hand, fighting strongly against LGBTQ. South Africa, on the other hand, advocating strongly for LGBTQ. The relation between Ghana and South Africa is like one is repelling against it, one is standing vehemently for it. And there, on the other hand, is another issue of xenophobic attack. Like someone said, this particular issue is a premature issue we cannot fully digest and discuss here right now. Bringing us to another question. Looking at what is happening currently in Africa, one attack on Ghanaians has led to a lot of Africans cutting partnership with South Africa. We have Mozambique on the other hand, we have Tanzania, we have Kenya, all of them dropping out of partnership with South Africa. And looking at the current internet service provider in Africa right now, it is a South African company leading. MTN belongs to South Africans, and they are the best performing. So if it should come to a time where South Ghanaians are like, enough is enough, South Africans pack and leave, and MTN drops, because we have a lot of other countries in South Africa that are not doing so well. Look at Starlife, Go TV, DSTV, all this belongs to South Africans. And these are some of the best selling products in Africa currently. What is South Africa or Africa as a whole tries to rebel against this country? What is it for them? Looking at this right now, are they on the winning side or they're on the losing side?
I can say we are all on the losing side, because in marketing or in business, we try to broaden our scope or our segment. So once they are losing customers, it's a loss for them, because automatically they've deployed systems that will cover this huge geographical area, and then these systems are not very cheap; they are very expensive. So imagine you bought a tractor that can cultivate about 10 acres of land, and then now you are limited to just 1 acre of land, and then you have to fuel that tractor to cultivate just 1 acre, which at the end you not get a produce that will help you cover that expenses. You're automatically running at a loss. So if this thing should continue and then these companies should back off, it will affect us, but we will manage. But for them, business wise, I mean, their stock will not perform and all these things, and then it will not draw them investors. So now they will be left idle, or they will be left alone playing this game alone, of which they cannot do alone. He said, in Ewe, we are going to go hard a car, like the one you want to buy a house to buy. So if they want to play this game alone, I mean, they will suffer.
And looking at it already, we are already seeing a lot of backlash. Honorable listeners, we have one amazing gentleman who has also joined us in today's discussion. He goes by the name Honorable Jones Ahmed Gashi. And like I said, you can also join the conversation via our WhatsApp, SMS, call us, or even call us on the number 0200-312-935 or 0240-660-208. I repeat, 0200-312-935 or 0240-660-208. Honorable Jones, welcome to today's discussion.
Thank you very much, and also to your cherished listeners.
Okay.
Talking on the subject matter, which is the xenophobic attack of South Africa, it appears this is not the first time they are doing it. They did this in 2008, 2015, and the last one was 2019.
Okay.
It is all coming from the frustration of their government failing to provide jobs and this apartheid thing that has happened. And logical, don't think connecting now, because ne foreigner the cafe nuko okata criminals okata that is one of their logics for this xenophobic attack. They can't have a domala senior foreigners over for do. Taminya on a donova. Nchoncho, they brought 300 Ghanaians from there who are business owners and doing small jobs. Ya won't talk about the Kabia Beta, Haminya Julius Manemaba, Haminya 300 Ghanaians Maude, a Domanka Tande meeting Woga. Those jobs, business ownership, how would you do? Because after on your plan, they break into the stores and pick everything. What is there to work again? What is there to work again? The logic is completely the English is not even coming bad, discombobulations.
For the sake of the kids listening and for the sake of some of us that don't understand English very well, I plead with you to break it down for us to our understanding.
As a matter of fact, offers and wolfic attack now sense melamo melamo completely flawed. Let Dojima go and create the job. Entrepreneurship is there. Foreigners working in your country do not stop you from bringing more businesses. At Doya foreigners, well, no, none of the foreigners there are holding jobs like CEOs and the rest. So it's just
always in partnership.
Cleaners or maybe this engineer specific, this specialty jobs.
Can we say South Africans are people that are full of pride?
Yes.
I'm not trying to attack them.
No, I agree with you. It's not an attack.
It's not an attack, but looking at them in general, I don't know if you've had encounter with most of them. They have pride.
Yes.
Like, seriously.
I had a conversation with a Zulu girl before, full of pride.
Yeah, because exactly the Zulu tribe. I don't know if because they are like, without them, South Africa wouldn't be South Africa. So, like, over kafra, over tatena, then they share their gum. The one of the most annoying questions they always put, excuse me to say, that pisses me off as a person is, do you know who I am? Who are you? We are all African. And for the fact that some of them go as far as saying we are not blacks. I am not a black person. And even in South Africa, the country is being divided into two. Fighting among themselves. Others are saying they are blacks, others are saying they are not blacks. But my major question still stands, like what Honorable Jones just said, it doesn't make sense. The xenophobic attack is being flawed. And it's not like the foreigners in your country is literally holding a big position that they've even sat not to pay you. These are people that they are holding partnership. You refuse to develop your country. Other people are there to help you. And I don't know when the video came out, the lady saying Ghanaians are overreacting. And funny enough, how they were able to dish out the xenophobic attack, but they were not able to face the consequences aftermath of what they've initiated. And I think this particular attack on Ghanaians has opened the eyes of other African countries, like the Mozambique cutting their electricity from them, other African countries also stopping their trucks from moving through their country. This is one major concerning issue as Africans. Just because of one mistake. And I feel like they've done it to other, excuse me, I'm coming to name drop other countries. They've done it to Nigeria, and I feel the Nigerian government has kept quiet for so long. So they feel like, okay, this Nigeria is big and they are not reacting, we can do it to the smaller countries. And they decided to pick the wrong country. Honestly speaking, they chose the wrong country to attack. Nigeria is 3 times bigger than Ghana. Nigeria is way bigger than Ghana. So what is stopping the Nigerian government from seeking justice for these people?
It's the list of their problems.
And now you feel like, oh, since we are doing it to the bigger countries and they are not reacting, maybe the smaller ones we can literally work on them. And exactly, just because they attacked one Ghanaian, other African countries are like, no, we are not going to sit down for you to attack Ghana. We are not going to sit down for you to do this to Ghana and expect our partnership from you again. And it is dropping one by one. So like I said, I asked the question and I'm still posing this question to you. Which country right now is on the losing side?
Yes, thank you so much. Proverb of a river that forgot or forget its source will surely dry up. Are you getting it? Ne echide de yefe joto fe mega hiana yore. Echimare. Mega wano na new. Aha. If South Africa want to forget their history, it will not be well with them.
Okay,
Are you getting it? So
what do you mean if
so-
they want to forget their history?
yes, they are Africans, right? Said
Mm.
they are Africans. And we are writing, since then, we are writing this history together. And you see, you can't fight alone. You can't fight alone. Over a country that is divided against itself will not survive.
Yeah.
Because we have people ready to support us. Everybody is cutting this thing with them, doesn't want to go to them, and a lot of things are already happening. That open MTN Yama Bromenela. Oh, me no agbevaye MTN no no anyori. Yeah, you see, it is good. You see, really, one thing I've come to realize in life is problems challenges us to bring out solutions.
Exactly.
So if we didn't find ourselves in problem, we will not think to bring out solutions. And so no data, I'm telling you, within a week or two, Ghana will bring out a network that will supersede every network in the world. See,
Are you sure?
Oh,
Our own very tele, so we can't handle it.
I am just trying to, though it's an exaggeration, though, but I'm
Okay.
just trying to mean that.
Mm,
Ne exadoramire, we will look for a way to get light.
not different.
And when light comes, darkness vanishes without nobody telling that darkness that do this or do that. So they are the losing side. I will tell you frankly, they are the losing side. We are in the winning side because we still have people that will support us when we are weak.
Exactly. That brings me to my next question. You see how Ghanaians are like, okay, it has even gotten to a point where Ghanaians are voluntarily leaving the country, leaving South Africa. Now, the question implies, what of the South Africans living in Ghana? What is going to happen to them? Because looking at the Minister of Foreign Affairs, that man is being extremely calm with the entire situation. And in my head, I'm like, what is this man cooking? Because we all know Honorable Ablakwa. That one is a man of his words. What is this man cooking? What is this man planning? And we know whatever outcome he takes after this is going to be very devastating for South Africans. And in a way, Ghanaians will still play the pity party again that, oh no, this. Exactly. Like what Honorable Shanu said right now. Someone said the minister and the government feels like their hand is still in South Africans' mouth. So they want to evacuate every Ghanaian, then take action. But my point right now is, at least for the sake of those that are in suspense, let the government come out and come and say, oh, these are the measurements we want to take after Ghanaians leave South Africa. Because if it should come right now and they call South Africans come and pack, like if every Ghanaian leaves that country and they are like, okay, it's not time for you to also come and take your people out, it's going to be very devastating to them. Because there's going to be a lot of pressure that is going to be built up on them because already other countries are slapping them back to back.
I'll say Ghana has been a peaceful country, and then worldwide we have been known for peace. And then this is not an avenue for us to downplay these achievements. So I won't say that it is good for us also to retaliate in a warful manner. So I can say the best way is that it's either after recovering our people, then we send back their people to us.
But don't you think people misunderstand our peace for our quiet, our peace for our leniency, or they feel like, oh, Ghana is too peaceful, so even if I slap them, they're not going to slap me back?
Yes, even in the Bible says if someone slapped you on the left, you should take the right.
But that same Bible says any hand that if your right hand is disturbing, you should cut it off, right?
Yes, so cutting it off doesn't mean in another way we can take that like you not engaging that hand in your activities again. Because
Okay.
when you are cooking banku and then your left hand is disturbing you in cooking that banku, you can choose not to involve that.
Well, let me less that claim your share it is a
So the only thing is that we deploy them, their people, and then we take it for Ghana being a diplomatic country to us. Well, we just have to handle this in a more diplomatic way, not to harm us. Because if the war starts right now, our factories would be the ones to suffer, our homes would be the ones to suffer. So yes, it would be good we handle this with a more convenient way than seeing it on the other side. Hey. Violence is not a place. Violence is not something that we should accommodate in our system right now. So that's the only thing I can say.
Before I get to Honorable Jones, you are Cheris. We are going to activate our phone lines in the next 5 minutes. Yeah, Cheris listeners can join the convo via WhatsApp, SMS, or even call us on the number 0200 312 935 or 0240 660 208. I repeat, 0200 312 935 or 0240 660 208. Honorable Jones, you've been on these issues. I've been seeing your comments, I've been seeing your posts, and it's like this particular issue has been one of the nuts you are trying to break, but you're not getting the head and soul of this entire issue. And now, I posed a question asking which country currently is on the winning side or the losing side of this entire banter happening between South Africa and Ghana. Honorable Saloni said South Africa is on the losing side. Honorable Saloni said both countries are losing. What is your opinion?
As a matter of fact, when it comes to the issue about who is losing, we are both losing because we need both sides to work. They provide us with some services, we provide them with some labor.
Okay.
So if we all want to retaliate, we'll be losing something. What is not making sense for me is why are you using your frustration to frustrate us? If you
What
have
shows they are
decided not to
using their
search for jobs,
frustration?
what is your business with foreigners in your country that because of that you are attacking them? That is what I'm not even getting, because at the end of the day, after they have left, have you gotten their jobs?
Should we write a letter to the president so you ask this question to sir? Because most of us in the studio don't do that. That's that question.
Ramaphosa must be held accountable for allowing his people to stupidly sack foreigners who are offering services in their country.
Language. Honorable Jones, you are on air. Children are listening. There are foreign people listening.
Ramaphosa is failing to take responsibility for the misbehavior of his people.
Well, they are saying Ghana is overreacting.
Oh, no, so they expect us to just keep quiet and say, oh, attack our people. We are happy. Beat them. Take their business. Come on. No. That's the least.
So what like you were saying something?
We are both losing in this. So the two countries have to reconcile. And the responsibility is on Cyril Ramaphosa, their president, to take the action to call his people to order.
What about the Ghanaian president? His Excellency John Dramani
President Mahama does not have any job for now. Okujeto is doing the job already. So you just do diplomatic. Cyril, abeg, do your job. If you no do, I go retaliate. Simple. Just that. Cyril is the one to do the job. Viola Muma, Enyamacho, Nogoto, No, Cyril has the job to put his people in order. It's just some supervision.
Attack Ghana, so before other African countries when they're withdrawing drastically.
And
like Amakpagantola, they are like, no, it's not supposed to be Ghana. Tell me a tango opinion man, we are honorable for Louisiana because I'm a get a local partnership withdrawing, especially all African countries are withdrawing their partnership from South Africa. And it's going to be a heavy blow to them.
It's true.
And right now that we are not even hearing anything from the Ghana government concerning the South African in our country, it's even another issue and headache on its own.
Yes, that's the truth. When every country decides to fight with Ghana and retaliate with them, their economy will break down.
And it
And
has
there will be
already
chaos
started
in South
happening.
Africa because they will not be able to meet the demand and the needs of their people.
And we can't speak about African stories without those two countries. Let's even not even talk about Nigerians. When we are talking about Africa, it's either Ghana or South Africa.
Yeah.
It's either Ghana or Nigeria.
Yeah.
And in this case right now, South Africans are like the two major countries in Africa are like I feel like South Africa is throwing both to Ghana and Ghana is just
Oh.
okay.
Enyama gronaba ne elephant for kodama.
Did you I did have okay. So honorable John,
Yes.
what
Uh,
are some of the calls or actions you think those two countries can employ for at least the peace that had been there, the peace that had been maintained for centuries to still, because it's like both sides the peace are disrupted.
yeah.
Both sides peace are disrupted. South Africa is in chaos, Ghana is in chaos. Like though it might not seem like they are throwing blows, they are throwing fists, but it looks very real. The tension is growing. So what can these two African countries do, especially South Africa, do to maintain the peace that has been maintained for so long?
Akpe gbogbo nyewele nyamejurumpo. And I thank so much Honorable Johnson, Honorable Kobla for their input. Yes, we just have to go back and study our history well, especially on the part of South Africa. But why I think they've forgotten when they are coming from. Yes. And you have to, when there is something in engineering called troubleshooting, that if your machine is having a problem, you should be able to trace it back
to the source
to be able to know where the problem is. We call it troubleshooting. You trace how to trace problem. When they can trace back and realize that we are all fighting for Africa
a
to be
borderless
liberated
country, a
and
borderless Africa.
In fact, what are these foreign people going to think?
They are laughing at you guys.
Yes. And I don't want Ghana, we should teach them.
Ghana rather should teach them.
Yes. By not reacting
and
in terms of
we Ghanaians reacting. Are Ghanaians reacting?
Oh no. We are not reacting, and I love it. We are only telling them that this thing that they are doing to us, we are feeling it, and we are not happy about it. And so, yes, because we know better, we will not react so that they will also feel it like the way we feel. It's just like leadership by example. And not African topic here. Ghana, even though we are not sound in terms of development, when it comes to independence and all that, we are leading. Yes. Africa, no matter Kwame Nkrumah be ya now, for independence unite Africa. And he carry most of our resources and take it to most of these African countries. They are aware.
Yeah, can we say that has been, because this man, I think the whole of Africa, it is only his philosophy that is being taught in this western side of the world. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's philosophy of governing a country, because this man was a visionary leader. Africans, we always pray for visionary leaders, but when we have them, we tend to bash them. We tend to hate them. We tend to kill them. And this man had always been a visionary leader, and his major goal was to unite the entire Africa to become one country. The fact that he wasn't able to succeed, shouldn't this be a stepping stone? Because we are seeing other visionary leaders like Ibrahim.
Yeah.
That man is one wonderful president that we should all learn from him.
That is why
He's a visionary leader.
Yes.
He's like, he won't sit here for the white to take over.
Yes.
And he's not going to. And we've even learned that there are coups being planned on him, but still, it is still failing. We had one, the late flight lieutenant Jerry Journalists. We had a lot of them. Why is it that when we always pray for them, but once we have them, we don't really appreciate them?
Hey, so that is why I said they should go back to the board. They should go back to the blackboard and know what actually has made them South Africa. If no matter you no matter how and so and I'm calling on.
Before this, let me tell our listeners that our phone lines and call lines has been activated. They can join the convo via 0200312935 or 0240660208. I repeat, 0200312935 or 0240660208. Honorable Fionu, may you continue for us?
Yeah, so I think we should also call on the UN and then the EU. They should help in making or bringing solution to this problem as well, because African Union, yes. So this is where when something is wrong, we all can come to the table and then resolve our issues. Yes. So I think these two organizations should call on the South Africa president that my boss is actually angry with that issue. That we cannot join the dots. Yes, this whole issue we cannot connect the dot well. So they should call them and let them know that yes, what you are doing is bad. And Ghana ndokura we ourselves business amene na ele otu na Africa otu na South Africa after obiang na South Africa view
Are they lazy? That should be another question imposed. Are they lazy people?
Yes, business amene mionto ya mi le Ghana kra mionto kra business amene dem na mi. Yeah, mi jagbagba mi gava of fiare mi agbo be mi ha mi atan because when somebody is doing business in your country, it is for your own development.
Because most of the income is for you. I think the only thing that they take out is 30%. That will be for them. And that 30%, imagine transporting it back to their own country. It's not going to be enough for anything.
So what they are doing is a blow on their
economy.
So they should advise themselves. They should really advise themselves. Efureganu ha adefuna mi vie ga kenya tomoro no ga be wo
never MTN out to jogo
ta lakeri other countries, like we are saying, will not support them again. Ta miwa yapo problem no sui ka ko fatwa alulu gale gbegbe. So they should warn themselves and they should go to the table and resolve their issues very well. I feel
that is one thing most countries don't see. They feel like, because I feel like a lot of African countries have attacked Ghana and Ghana has never retaliated to the extent of like having to cut them off, because like I think our moral values have uploaded, like we've uploaded everybody is just our sister. Everybody, we are known for our hospitality. Like we don't clap back, even if it is hurting us. We still want to be quiet, seated at that place. I think that is one thing that has set the tone for Ghana, because even foreigners, when they come there, Ghanaians are very peaceful. You can slap them and they don't retaliate. And I'm like, is this where it has gotten to? Even to the extent, but one nowhere full, you still feel like no one are cool. And that is one thing that is hurting me as a country. We have been too quiet for so long. We have been so peaceful. I'm not saying we should start war. We have been so peaceful for so long. I think once in a while we need to clap back.
So
we really need to.
We have to actually evaluate this clapping back. Yes. We have to examine it if it will affect us or it will promote us. So necessarily, we don't have to. The only way we have to clap back, it has to be in a sound manner to show that okay, Ghana, we are actually educated. The things we do, they are of exception. Because we clapping back in a harsh way we even make us feel not comfortable because we have been practicing this
peace.
and then
Exactly.
and then we don't know if we try the other side of the piece how it will affect us. So if we can examine or we don't know the consequences that we will face, we don't have to try it. Yes, because if we downplay the piece, we don't know the consequences we will face. So we don't have to attempt downplay this piece.
I'm not saying we should downplay it though.
No, yes, one thing is that if you want to retaliate, they will not take it the way we want it.
So, in your opinion, it is okay for any other African country to disrespect Ghanaians, attack our people?
If they think it will help them, they should continue.
And what about we Ghanaians? Is it going to help us?
After examining what is currently on ground, that is the xenophobic attack, we evaluated and then we know that it will affect both Ghana and then South Africa. But the person who will bear the most consequences is South Africa. So imagine MTN leaving the shores of Ghana. Look at their numerous offices, their numerous posts. Yes.
Celestia will be happy.
Yes, they will be happy. So let's examine who will face the most consequences. Imagine them leaving this network posts in Ghana. These are good avenue for our scrap dealers to sell more metal. If they
generate more income
for the country,
okay.
The GDP will go. This one, it will not be a comment of we are just seeing the inflation on paper. Probably there will be capital in the pockets of our fellow Ghanaians to even transfer more business. Their offices will be left behind for other people to occupy and then what? Do their businesses. So they are even covering up a space that we need to even transact business that we are not getting. So them leaving the shores, let's see who it will affect more. Okay. So with retaliating, we just have to examine if it will affect us or it will affect them the more. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll take final words from our gentlemen before we wrap up today's episode and session. Honorable Jones, please, we want your final words for today's topic.
Yes. Thank you very much, and thanks to your cherished listeners for joining today's program. It was very important that we discuss the matters affecting or leading to the Anti-LGBTQ Bill. Because Abeleke Medley, actually, a member of Parliament, Honorable Richmond Edem Kofi Protoso, I organized a roundtable discussion the Stevens Hotel on LGBTQ bill. Although past Friday, I love miaga and discuss and Lefima moderator na EPC Hava Lieutenant Colonel Bliss Adbekun Hava Regional House of Chief Hano represented Ple Amebubuwo and Lefima make Kakanyama make probably family structure na stand. That this particular act that Uvabe Yakperemian hold family structure and values we Alabena ne devient le moment yana glonabe na metasi benono ya me opoga ma ogbesego kakana glonabe na metasi benono ya ega homenoga etotroge. Because the bill is there. It's all about reporting you that you have violated the bill and you will be sent to court immediately and the verdict to be given for violating the bill, the act. So this act has come to help us strengthen the family, has come to help us strengthen our family values and protect it.
Okay.
And discourage the practice of this LGBTQ blah 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 blah. Thank you very much. And this xenophobic attack, it must end. I hereby call on His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa, the President of the Republic of South Africa, to take responsibility and put his people to order before Ghanaians explode. Thank you very much.
We'll write to them in your name as a concerned Ghanaian citizen. I was
yes, Luma Javio Diado. Majaba
I can't blow the canal. I sit down
any Rupona and Diana Boy Chilawe, study Ghana for history. When you go any bododo alu kadu promote more less ya more joy le dia me apon wali po na karu jopo na nyanyi ke ni ba churu me fet mi ga ba no fu chunchu LGBTQ when ya uda sida asadi bo magawe bo mana jukomo bi anya bo mokpo wofo president akwa dodo wofo hali abajọba ipò dashire for president dashire na bo galiciata amreshade kabe akunya as a world cup no kujibo the president and no we for don dashi bank betinyaku eye asa de mi ba no wodo mre kam ga ko asa dente ba shi mebe ya we no wodo ika agbobu ame ya LGBTQ alo ipo ya leta ya kusa ko dente ba shi me ni mami go to gomodeja no kuna no ko unana kujito n'anya mmaga kwi emere atong gbobu ipepe ndị jukọ jibo obanya fofu n'ụtọ imagine when ba la mede ya fu ya dadu ntika ko ba zuba manye na ụtọ we gana mo de banya kpo ha mo ha mai na no South Africa to ha enya omula maybe susware ta o wondo mi manya bo na unto na yi wadan bro tusian body an nyo nyawo mani lalo manyan nyo mo milu ọ ga-akpọ ha bụ na onye jukọde ọmọdé náà ló encouraging bó náà wo action ya jukọde na fakitide jukọ ga ụgbọ nọ ga ayi da wu fa ha ta una gado fa ho ga o mai o buta mutun yanki da mo kuma ko ya da pẹ̀lú yo ko ẹni to du la wi kan no ya ba bi chu go mo ga ka va dire fitia da pẹ̀lú
Afọ̀nà ọ̀kàkàkà. Afẹ́tọ̀ ṣàwọn ojàmàmlà o.
Apa. Oh, Miss Honorable Kobla, what proverb o jemu ya la.
Afẹ́lú tó dá ọ̀pẹ̀ntọ̀.
Jemu ya pa. Ya, anyhow, nyefanya mamle. Maglo nyefanya mamle. I'm so happy to be part of this discussion. It's an important one. And magli o pass bila abe ngodola oblinya o pass bila akre elebenya jagbagba be miafe president adasi de you alabe according to the Afro Barometer research ya over here for Ghana Christians are 71%, Muslims are 20%, and the others are the traditional people and all that. And among all these percentage, we believe in our customary rights, and our customs and traditions are something that we don't joke with. And they all abhorred this LGBTQ plus something. So I am not sure that we will give in to this LGBTQ plus something. With regards to the percentage Afro Barometer research they are all against the practice of LGBTQ plus. It's a signal to every Ghanaians to know that we are not going to practice that, and we should pray that our president should also assent to the bill so that it will become a legal framework that will be practiced in Ghana to deter anybody that will go close to those practices. Because no plentua maure womi le nanota for procreation. Yeah, the faro daranibe ntua na ko efe ntuga kode menye tefe bubuo ta miata no nyonu fine yo mawu wona mi pomala afe mayiko mama to Honorable Jones ya to get play to ala fi ko ma pe kwa have feelings for him adefu ta mawu de wo nyonu le naneta yo want to have naneta elebe mia go by that. I am happy to be part of this panel discussion, and I am sure this bill will be assented to. But that notwithstanding, I want to use this opportunity to thank so much your listeners and viewers out there for also listening to us and joining the discussion, and also to say a big shout out to my MP and also duty bearers in my constituency. You know, I'm a youth MP for Kraki's constituency.
Okay.
And we are having, they are now going to build a regional hospital for us, Otirigi. And even military barracks is on its way. So I want to use this opportunity to also congratulate duty bearers in Karachi East constituency especially. They are doing a yeoman's job, and I am happy within the subsequent years to come. We will be having a regional hospital, we will be having a military barracks, and a lot of things will unfold on the way. So, and also to say a big thank you to my family, my loved ones, my friends. Yes.
Thank you very much. As we draw the curtains on today's discussion of the YIP Talk Show, we thank our panelists for sharing their insights and perspective on the importance of national conversation. Today's discussion was highlighted the complexity of balancing cultural values, legal consideration, and human rights in Ghana. While opinions may differ, constructive dialogue remains essential in promoting understanding and national development. My name is Matilda Akosa Dosia, your host for today's program. On behalf of the Youth Impact Parliament, we say thank you to you, our cherished listeners. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.
Hundreds of Ghanaian nationals have left South Africa in response to protests there against migrants. Now, the protests have been growing in recent weeks, and some of those now leaving say that they have been victims of constant harassment.
Ghanaians assemble at Ghana's diplomatic mission in Pretoria to leave their life in South Africa behind. It's the first batch of around 300 people who want to leave because of the growing anti-immigrant protests.
Based on the current situation of constant xenophobic attack or harassment from the South African people, I felt there is a need for me to go home.
Buses stand ready to drive the migrants and all their belongings to the airport for repatriation flights organised by Ghanaian authorities. The Ghanaian High Commissioner says hundreds more want to leave and that the government plans to help them reintegrate into Ghanaian society.
Proud Ghanaians, proud citizens of Ghana, proud individuals who hold their heads high because they were here doing legitimate business, some documented, others undocumented. And I believe that the discourse is not about them being any problematic residents in this country. We've gone through all the processes. None of them, not even a single one of them, has been found to have any criminal record. And for me, that makes me proud.
Anti-immigrant groups like Operation Dudula and March and March accuse migrants from other African countries of driving up crime and say that many are in South Africa illegally. And as the economy struggles with unemployment at around 30%, their message is resonating with many South Africans. At the airport in Johannesburg, the Ghanaians wait to fly home. Many other African countries are advising their citizens to be careful in South Africa as tensions there rise. The anti-immigrant protest groups are demanding that all undocumented immigrants leave the country by the end of June.
And we spoke earlier with Dan McKinley. He is an independent writer, researcher, and lecturer, and a political activist with an NGO that fights xenophobia in South Africa, joining us from Johannesburg. I asked him what's behind the anti-immigrant protests and campaigns that have been surging in South Africa.
Well, what is behind it is the political weaponization of an immigration problem that South Africa does have. What we've seen in the lead up to the local government elections, which will be happening in November this year, are individuals, groups, and political parties taking advantage of the situation to basically use anti-immigration issues, much like Donald Trump has done and many of the right-wing parties in Europe have done, to gain political capital. And that is what we believe is fundamentally behind the recent upsurge in protests and marches. It's very well coordinated, it's very well resourced, and the messaging is very similar. And it's only begun to happen in the last several months, after quite a lot of many years where nothing was really happening.
Can you give us any specific examples of, how you are seeing this anti-immigrant sentiment being weaponized by political leaders, as you mentioned?
Sure. So what we've had is several instances over the last few months in South Africa where marches have taken place. These marches have all of a sudden come with many political leaders from these political parties which have xenophobic platforms. Patriotic Alliance, Action SA, and Mkhonto weSizwe Party in particular, all opposition parties in this case. But they have clearly made it their, should we say, mission in these cases to publicly embrace this kind of xenophobic and anti-immigrant policies. Then we've also seen organizations that like March and March, which is a organization that is based in KwaZulu-Natal, and Operation Dudula, which is based here in Johannesburg, going around and basically trying to evict and trying to assault and create violent confrontations with immigrants, irrespective of their documentation. This has been happening over the last many months, preventing children from going to school, trying to prevent immigrants from accessing health clinics. I could give you many, many different examples, but these have happened over the last 6 to 8 months in particular.
What are the immediate dangers for refugees and asylum seekers?
The most immediate danger is their well-being and their livelihoods. Fortunately, we haven't seen many deaths as we did in 2008 when 62 people died, and in the last round where scores of people were injured and seriously wounded. But what we have seen is we've seen thousands of people whose businesses have been ransacked, who have been chased from their homes, who've been threatened, who've been beaten up. This is happening predominantly in Gauteng, the province in Johannesburg, and KwaZulu-Natal, where this main city of Durban, eThekwini. But it is also now beginning to happen in other places, in Cape Town and the Eastern Cape as well. And so immigrants themselves are fearful. They're fearful of their lives and their livelihoods, and they're wanting protection from the state, which unfortunately has been very, very not forthcoming to the extent that it should be.
Can you talk with us a little bit more about that point in particular? Where does the country's legal system come in here? Because surely there must be protections in place, legally speaking.
Yes, there are, and we have been using the courts. In fact, it has been the one site of, should we say, tactical engagement, which has brought some support to immigrants. Just this morning, we won another case in the High Court in KwaZulu-Natal against a mayor for hate speech and for inciting violence. And we have gotten interdicts against these xenophobic groups. So the law, generally speaking, has been properly applied in the sense of the courts. The problem has been the implementation on the ground. So the government itself and its own forces, the police services, the immigration services, have not been carrying out those court orders. And that is where the problem lies. So, for example, what we have just this morning heard of the Operation Dudula and others now trying to prevent children from going to school again when a court interdicted them from doing so a few months ago. So this is where it's the gap between the law and what it says on paper and what happens on the ground. But the government itself is not taking these matters too seriously. Instead, it's denying that South Africans are xenophobic. It's basically trying to sort of, could you say, whitewash the situation a bit. And many people here are concerned because the xenophobic groups have given a deadline, whatever that means, by the 30th of June for all illegal immigrants to leave the country. Now, this has massive potential for huge conflict and violence. And we believe government is not taking it seriously and not applying the law equally, despite the court orders.
Okay, and beyond, the government level, what other urgent measures do you see needing to be taken to protect migrants, perhaps on the community level as well, to stop the political exploitation of migration?
Sure. So what we have been involved in as social movements and community organizations on the ground is bringing migrant organizations and South African communities together to talk, to basically take down those boundaries and misinformation and misapprehensions of each other. This is ongoing, and this has borne a lot of fruit. But what we also need is we need local politicians in the lead up to the elections to be responsible and to be mature and to stop weaponizing this anti-immigration, particularly misinformation on social media, which then goes viral and creates a really bad situation in many cases. So we are asking our government, we're pressuring them, we're using all aspects to basically say, take this seriously. We can only do so much on the ground as civil society organizations. We can use the law, we can come together, we can protest, we can have our voices heard, but ultimately it's our government that is responsible for implementing the law and making sure that everyone in this country, irrespective of what nationality you are, enjoys the constitutional rights that many South Africans fought for and died.
Dan McKinley, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Radio station you can't live without. Stone City 90.7. without Stone City 90.7.